Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for that warm welcome. As I already said, as you all know, I'm Sama Velma and Dean, your humble mental health girl. Today we'll be talking about understanding your cybersecurity mental health culture. But before we even go anywhere, I would like us to write down these questions. At the end, we're going to be answering them. What does it mean to be healthy? Please, I don't know. Can you all get me?
Yes, I'm getting you very
Okay.
well. So I think the other one also getting.
Okay. What does it mean to be healthy, both physically and mentally? What is your mental health culture? Yes, those two questions. I don't know. Okay, thinking that we've gotten them, we're going to continue. What is mental health? From this picture, we can see somebody very stressed, very tired. His lenses are up, he's thinking, he does not know, but he's in front of his laptop. Too many things on his mind. Should I continue? Should I just give up? But if I give up, will I be able to have food on my table? If I give up, will I be able to achieve those goals I'd set to achieve? But then we can see that he looks down. The mental health encompasses our emotional, our psychological, and our social well-being. That is the simplest way we can understand what mental health is today. Emotional, psychological, and social well-being. If we look at the title of today's, we're going to be talking about understanding our psychology, our cybersecurity psychology. But then what are the common types of mental illnesses among cybersecurity experts? You have imposter syndrome, burnout, cyber PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, and stress. I'm sure some of us will be looking at it and asking that but why is stress there? Because stress is not an illness. But then stress is the starting point of burnout. Stress is where everything starts from. Stress can cause imposter syndrome. Stress can make you get to a level of anxiety where before you notice there's no turning back. That's why stress is here. Mental health is very important. It must not necessarily be depression as people have made it be nowadays because yeah, I'm feeling depressed. Everybody's like, I say, depression does not exist. What is depression? Like, depression has become a myth or stigma to some people because they don't know how to open up. You might feel that you're down, but you don't know how to open up because people will tell you that there's no going around that there's nothing like mental health disorder in Africa. People in Africa, where are you from? Do you think you're a white? People in Africa cannot be suffering from mental health disorders or illnesses. So we tend out to ignore all of this. We tend out to ignore the symptoms that we see. We tend out to give a deaf ear to people's complaints or to people's issues just because we feel like mental health is nothing in Africa. But then we have to know that once this stress level, as we can see, once our stress levels are high, you cannot work as a cybersecurity expert, an enthusiast, or a tech guy or a tech girl. You cannot work because once your mind is down, your whole body is also down. When you're down mentally, it affects not only your mental health, but also how you look physically. That's why I asked us to first of all write it down what it means to be healthy or both physically and mentally. But then cybersecurity to cybersecurity experts is a part of their everyday life. You wake up in the morning, you're in front of your laptop. You wake up in the afternoon, you're in front of your laptop. Before sleeping, you're in front of your laptop. Some people are married to their laptops. So we can see the causes of some mental health illnesses amongst cybersecurity experts. When a job comes, you already have a gig to finish handling, but you see that, oh, the figures are high. Say, no, this one is tempting. You take it. We always say yes to activities and jobs everywhere. You see that, no, this one, you say, I know 2 million and I can take just 2 days to do this. No, no, no. You pile it up, you pile it up. You're lonely, you're always alone in front of your laptop. Some people say their laptops are their babies, their laptops are their wives. We ignore every other thing. You stay glued to our laptop. Long-term stress, sitting on the same position, doing the same thing over and over again. You can have a physical health condition. You can have a backache because of your posture, continuous sitting in front of your laptop. Some people start consuming drugs because they want to stay awake, not knowing that the long-term effect of that drug can cause something really terrible. But we say, no, temporarily, we want to just be able to get that money or to just get it done, get things done. We just want to make sure that, no, I should deliver. They want to deliver. They take drugs, not knowing that those drugs can cause things that are worse than what the eyes expect. Also, another cause is the non-cooperation among cybersecurity experts. There's a lot of competition. People just want to go to the top. People just want to get there. When you know something and you have that gig, you don't want to call other people to join you, not knowing that when there are many more people involved, the stress is going to be less. There's going to be reduction in the stress. When you give out the call, you have a job, you want to work on it alone, whereas you can call for 3 other people to work on that job with and pay them not even up to 10%, just because you want things to get finished with. You just want to take them off your plate. Cooperation among cybersecurity experts. Some facts about mental health among cybersecurity experts. 94% of cybersecurity leaders and experts have felt increased pressure to keep their companies safe in the last year, 2021. They have the pressure that, no, they want, like, there are a lot of breaches coming up. There's a lot of attacks, a lot of ransomware being spread out. They are just so scared that it has led to a lot. Because of that, there's a lot of work. That's made 94% of cybersecurity leaders feeling the pressure because the whole company depends on them. They have the pressure to keep the company safe from all of that. 91% also of cybersecurity professionals have experienced mental health issues during the past 2 years. That is this period of the post-COVID-19 pandemic. 91% cybersecurity professionals. That's only 9% left without experiencing mental health issues. And when they say this 91%, it encompasses everything: stress, anxiety, PTSD, imposter syndrome, and many more. And as our research has shown that over 67% of cybersecurity leaders feel they do not have enough talent on their team. 67%. This one also has a lot to do with the teams or the companies hiring. At times they overlook for what they need. They go way above. You see an entry-level position, but the requirements into the entry level is it's on another level. See, according to Forbes, that's 2022, this year, June, 51% of cybersecurity experts take medicines for mental health issues. That's more than half. Mental health cybersecurity experts out there live on drugs. When we say take medication, it's not necessarily paracetamol. They take so many supplements just to stay calm, just to be able to continue looking at the screen, to be able to solve issues, to be able to keep the company safe. With all this, they end up neglecting their mental health, not knowing that you're sitting in front of that laptop. There's tomorrow. Health first, but we just keep looking for wealth. Also, CISOs, Chief Information Security Officers, experience burnout after 18 months due to no rest and too much screen time. A lot of security officers find themselves in burnout, too much stress, no time for things, just accumulating too many activities, overwhelming themselves with one job to another job to another job. A lot of them say, oh, now I'm a freelancer. You can get to me whenever you need me. Oh, no, I'm so very much available. Whenever you need me, just call me. Just accumulating tasks for themselves. not knowing that all of this can lead to some serious mental health issues. We are going to look at this slide at the end of this of our talk to know how stressed we are at the moment. But then what is culture? What is culture? Before diving, we'll have to know what is culture, because we are trying to understand what our mental health culture is. We have spoken about mental health, and now we're diving deep into culture. Culture, in simple terms, can be defined as habits, what you find yourself doing continuously on a daily basis, traditions and behavior of people, groups, and organizations. So you can have an individual mental health culture. You can have a group mental health culture, that's a team mental health culture, as well as an organization can decide and say, okay, in our company, yes, this year we'll have so and so mental health culture. So this is very important for individuals, groups of people, and organizations. So it spans not just, for example, an organization, it spans every person and in every household. You can decide and say, okay, I'm into literature, but then does not mean I'm supposed to also just neglect myself. You can spread word out, tell somebody, what's your mental health culture? You, the cybersecurity expert, what is your own cyber health culture, mental health culture? What's the habit? What's the tradition? What do you do continuously? As we've already started seeing, we spend a lot of time in front of our machines. Is it a good culture? Some people will say, if I don't do that, I'm not going to deliver. Some people will say, if I don't do that, I'm not able to put food in front of my table. But when you're doing that, how do you do that? That is something you have to have in mind before even continuing. But then I would like to see, we'll discuss a little bit. I don't know, can you all still get me?
Yes.
Okay. What do you know about psychology? I want to see in the chat box what we know about psychology. We're not talking about our cyber psychology yet, but then we're talking about our general psychology. What do we know about psychology? Psychology. Doriana says psychology is the mental health posture. Isiole, I'm waiting. Let me see what we think about psychology. Doriana, thank you very much. Okay. We're going to continue while I guess others are still thinking. Psychology is a scientific study of the human mind and its functions, especially those affecting behavior in a given context. In this context, we're talking about our cybersecurity psychology. In this context, we're talking about cybersecurity experts. So we're trying to see how the human mind functions, especially those affecting us in a given behavior, in a given context. It also is the mental characteristic of a person or a group. If we notice in all of these definitions, we see that talking of a person, that's an individual, you as a freelancer, or you working in a group with a group of people or in a team. Also, some people, Ruth says, I think psychology is a science. Thank you very much. And Mohammed also says psychology is about behavior. Yes, you all are correct, as we can see. It's a scientific study of the human mind, how our minds function. Continuous looking, we spoke about habits under culture. So our cyber security, psychology, also our mental health culture, all of it has to do with our mind, how it behaves, how it functions in a given context, or how it functions while we are looking at the cybersecurity field, how it functions with regards to our everyday lives. Different types of psychology. There's clinical psychology, there's cognitive psychology, clinical, hospital, cognitive, getting to know forensic psychology, occupational psychology. And here we're going to be dealing with cyber psychology. But before we dive into cyber psychology, what are we going to be recommending to companies before we start talking? Because I guess a lot of us here work with companies, some of us are individuals, as I said. We recommend that sporting activities should be made compulsory. Yes, people think that when they're dealing with this, sport is for some people. Keeping fit is almost like a myth for people to keep fit. They're like, no, 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 it's for some people. No, I'm not fat. Some people, I'm not fat. Oh, I'm not big. Why should I be doing sporting activities? Sporting activities are very important to keep your mind alive, to make you think well. Also, it's good to hire mental health experts for the staff, because you cannot sit and say you know what every staff is going through. They might be working and delivering, but then at the same period in time, they shut down because they've been suffering with one or two things. Also, companies should hire more staff for different roles. You can have a chief security officer, you can have a forensic expert, you can have a penetration tester, different roles beneath the chief, because you want work to go smoothly, and also nurture relationships, create friendships amongst people. It should not just be all about work, work, work. Social hangouts can be encouraged also. And also for entry levels, companies should not be so much demanding. They want an entry or junior penetration tester needed. You see 3 years of work experience. That, like, when you do the 3 years of work experience. And also, companies should invest in employees. This is like, it is rare. When I was checking, I saw about 25% companies invest in their employees, of which when you invest in employees, they'll find it as an obligation to stay with you because you invested in them. Also, they should make the work look interesting, so that other people will want to also join, because they see that, no, okay, this guy does not only work, he goes, he also does, he does not really work, he also goes for social hangouts, he's doing interesting things, he's not just so focused on the work itself. Also, recommendations to individuals: when you have that achievement, celebrate it, take yourself out, buy yourself a bottle, drink, be happy, have fun. Remember also why you started. Remember why you started. Remember why you started. That's very important, because when you're about to give up, you remember that, no, there's a reason why I started. Remember why you started. That's like one of the highest. Also, learn to say no. When you have too many things to do, learn to say no. When you have too many things to do, learn to say no. Don't think you have to carry the world on yourself before people recognize you, because you can do all of that and you never get recognized. Learn to say no to people. Take care of yourself, as I already said, both physically and mentally. Go for walks. When you're on your machine, change your sitting positions. Find your physical movement. That's your sport. It is that when you're down, you want to take a walk a distance, not thinking. Free your mind, get to a space where you just be focused, and you probably think about new things and ways to go to solve a problem. Eat healthy. Don't eat junk continuously, because there's a tendency with cybersecurity experts that when you're working, there's 24 hours in a day, you work for 18 hours. At the end of the day, you don't even know what to eat. You just go and probably pick one, go to a closest store, buy bread, come and probably fry eggs. Go to a closest store, buy hamburger, get juice. Go, that's 2 days already. The third day, find yourself, probably people say, Gary save lives. Find yourself drinking Gary. The third day, that's how the week finishes. You've eaten nothing nutritious. Have a nutritious diet. Feed yourself so your mind can work. Avoid taking diverse duties. That's also linked with learning to say no. Take holidays and breaks. Give yourself some time, free time. Take that break out. Go for exercise. Take that break. Visit your loved ones. Take that break. Do something you love. Take that break. Make yourself useful. Focus on yourself. It's not all about that work, because when you realize you're doing a lot of things, you find yourself getting into a position where you do not know yourself anymore. You don't even know what's happening to you again. At times you're even trying to explain to someone that I don't even know what is wrong with me, because you don't actually know what's wrong with you. You are down, you are stressed, you are tired, you just want to deliver. Focus on yourself. And also enthusiast, you as an individual, get more training. A lot of free things nowadays, free boot camp, free internship, free course, free learning, free trainings, free things. Just find yourself some of those free things, and in the course of finding, to not get overwhelmed with so many things because of the too many free things. Don't just say that, oh no, there's so many things to do out there, let me just do everything. No, take one thing at a time, one step at a time, and you're going to get there. Don't compare yourself with anybody. This is another thing. Do not compare yourself with anybody. Don't say no, this one was here last time. Now I'm here. No, I have to be here. And in the course of all that, you might find yourself in a place you do not know. Also, do not give yourself unrealistic deadlines. Say, I'll finish CEH, Certified Ethical Hacker, Digital Forensic Expert, Junior Penetration Tester, everything you want to do, and you say, no, I'll have those 3 certifications within a month. Who are you? You're not a superhero. Even if your superhero genes are to probably be the best, it's not like that. You finally finish. If you succeed in finishing, you might not be there. You might not be where you thought you were going to be. Or you might not even know everything you've done because you're just wanting to learn and giving yourself very, very unrealistic deadlines. So we should give ourselves very realistic deadlines. Also, before we continue, there's also a group of people, not forgetting, that have been diagnosed with mental health disorder. And they are very much aware amongst us that this is what they're suffering from. But then they just want to get the money. As I said, health before wealth. A lot of us put wealth before health. And when we get sick and we die, where does the money go to? Start hearing that, oh, this one had a predecessor, this one had somebody, this one has somebody. The money goes to others, whereas you are killing yourself to cater for others and not for yourself. And also, there are some people who are suffering with mental health disorders who do not know about it, who have joined the multitude to think of it as a stigma and to ignore it, excuse me. Join a lot of people out there to ignore it. They're like, no, 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 this does not exist. They see themselves stress fatigue. They're anxious about so many things. But at the end, they're like, no, this is not what it is. They don't even know that they are sick. Let's just take out time. Take out a minute and think of a world. Think of a world without mental health issues, or think of this job, this cybersecurity of a job without mental health issues. Tell me, what do you think is going to be like? I'm looking at the comment section again. I want to see what we think. Can you all still get me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
I think that, yes, I think it's very well.
Okay. So I'm waiting to see at the comment section.
Can you just repeat the question?
I was asking us to take out a minute to think about what this job would be without mental health issues, without mental health illnesses. What would this cybersecurity job look like? I want to see what you think it will look like in the comment section. Peaceful job, perfect. Yes, Rihanna, it would have been perfect. You can say that again. Yes, I'm still looking. Oh, very attractive. Everybody will want to join. Everybody will want to join. Yes, I'm waiting for a third answer to continue. One more person to go down. It's just gonna be a miss. Danger, the angel, I think so. Okay, it's going to be a miss. Okay, thank you all for peaceful job. It's going to be attractive. It's going to be a miss. Thank you. Very, very important. It's going to be attractive. I like that word. It's going to really be attractive, where we'll sit and you have nothing to worry about. The world is going to be a better place, and there are many more people that will be joining this, because some people look at this and say, oh, I see Mr. X always on his laptop. Then when I don't see him on his laptop, he's probably in the hospital for an eye checkup. He has a bad eye, or he's probably trying to distract himself from one thing to another. Still, that's part of the job. So I'm going back to the common types. I want to get our take on imposter syndrome. Who can tell me what he or she knows about imposter syndrome? It's common in this job, in this field, amongst everybody, both men and women. It is very much common. People, I'm tempted to say what it is already. I'm looking at the chat box. I think you all can see that. Let me just get two responses. What we know about imposter syndrome, because that is like the most common mental illness among cybersecurity experts. Imposter syndrome. Imposter, when you not feel at your place in the job. Okay. When you don't, yes. When you're at the job and you feel like what you're getting is just okay, or when you're not getting enough, or when you not feel at your place. I'm trying to I'm trying to decode that. In simple terms, imposter syndrome, when you doubt your abilities, okay, is when you feel like you don't have the level. Yes, you doubt your abilities. You're working somewhere and probably they give you a raise in your salary. You're like, did I deserve this, or am I doing what it takes to actually get to this level, or like you're doubting everything you do. You feel like you are not who people think you are. You feel like you're lesser than that. You never feel up to it. You just feel like you're not supposed to be there, and people are just high and achieving, and you're just low and below. And that is it's not really a good feeling. It's not something to be proud about, or as I said, we should celebrate the small things we achieve, the accomplishments. When you have it, like, celebrate yourself, because you're deserving of that. Give yourself some accolades, take yourself out for a drink, be happy, smile with people, love people, and yes, give yourself good things. Take yourself out to an expensive restaurant. Use that money very, very well. And also, that very money you're working, use it to eat good food, eat very, very good sweet food, and make yourself healthy. So now we're going to dive into the talk of today, cyber psychology. We already saw what psychology is, mental characteristic, attitude of a person. Now, what is cyber psychology? I'd have loved for us to take our time to say what cyber psychology, but it's just simple like psychology now. It's just psychological phenomena associated with emerging technology. Cybersecurity is an emerging technology. It just encompasses all, not some, all psychological phenomena associated with or affected by emerging technology. Today there's a rise, we hear phishing. Just click on the link and you're gone. Just do this and you're gone. Your credit card details will be gone. Your personality, identity theft will be gone. All of that because of emerging technology. It is very, very important to have this in mind. Cyber psychology also is a study of the human mind. We saw that it's also a science from psychology, but then cyber psychology is the study of the human mind and behavior and how the culture of technology. We see that everything is coming now in place. Study of the human mind. The first thing to have in mind is that it's your human mind. Cyber psychology has to do with your mind, my mind. At times we say we just want to do a small search on Google, and Google is already asking us what we want because they've studied what you like. Analytics have already showed that, okay, Velma is always searching for this. So when next you just want to check how to, I've already told you how to probably do a physical something, how to probably do this or this, how to, they've already outlined what I like to me. Cybersecurity is study of human mind and the behavior. Back to culture, we see behavior and how the culture of technology, specifically the cyber world, what we're talking about right now, cybersecurity, the internet affects them. How does the internet affect our human mind? How does cybersecurity affect our human mind? How does cybersecurity affect your human mind? How does it work on all of us? Well, I don't know. Some people sit and say that, no, I have nothing. What do you want to talk about? Cyber psychology and my mind. Like my mind is in good shape, it's in good health. There's nothing wrong with me. But when we look at this, what do we see? What do we see? I'm going to check our comment section again. When we look at what the picture we have on the screen, what do you see? I'm waiting. We are soon coming to the end of our talk. When we look, let me clear what is there. When we look on the screen, what do we see? Okay. I see flowers. Perfect. Yes. What do we see? They're very beautiful flowers. What else do we see? I also see flowers. Beautiful. Okay. Doriana says, I see social networks. I see them too. Social networks. I can see Pinterest, flowers, and social networks. Thank you, Mohammed. Instagram, TI5, Facebook, Twitter. How do these social networks, because statistics show a lot of things about cybersecurity and these social networks. We have attacks that have been used through Twitter. We have Facebook accounts that are being stolen, hacked into, and being used by others. We have identity theft. They've taken my social media handle, and people are asking for money. And different colors with different number of leaves. Thank you. That is very, very peculiar. You notice the leaf numbers. As these flowers are glowing, that is how also social media nowadays has taken up everything. Cybersecurity now it's taking up the lead. Cyber criminals are going on the rise. Different cyber attacks every day on these different social media handles, on our own personal lives. And that is how it keeps growing. And it needs professionals, it needs cybersecurity professionals to help combat everything that is happening. But while helping things that are happening, we should not forget our mental health at stake. Our health needs to be put first before wealth. Our health needs to be made a priority. We should know that whatever we do, we should stay healthy in order to be able to do anything, because also your health can be used against you by these same criminals. they can still use your health to get to you. So our health has to be first, occupational health and safety. Thank you very much. So we come to the end of our slide and end of our talk. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll be waiting to get your questions. Thank you very, very much.